Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. You've reached RobLynn Live, and we're on the RobLynn Live network as long as it stays open. This is day 344. It's Friday, the 28th day of July, 2023 in the 21st century. You knew that, though.
Mm-hmm.
This is RobLynn Live and Ollie.
The Wonder Dog.
True, we've got a dandaroo of a show tonight. Yeah, baby. Let's talk about what happened today. Today we had some events. We had at 6:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, we had the OES PNG Papua New Guinea folks on with
good.
Marcia at the helm. It was dandy,
Good.
dandy, dandy, dandy. At 8 a.m., we had round one with Comfort Contour. At 11 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, I know, they switched it up on us. Red wasn't going to be able to be there today, so in his place stepped in the wonderful Jolly Green Giant, the one and only Warren, Michigan's greatest, the one, the only Johnson, Chris. Oh no, that's military. Chris Johnson. All right, I don't know his ID number anyway. And then at 12, there was no 11:30 slot because Chris, again. Chris wasn't going to go for an hour. He was only going to do 30 minutes. So he could have done an hour today, but he did 30 minutes, a little bit over 30 minutes. And then after that, we had 12 p.m. and the one and only Marty Pop DeGarmo. And at 12:30 p.m., we had Rekha and Mamata, and they had, let me think what it's called, breakfast. Wake up breakfast. No, wake up, wake up, wake up. Is that it?
Almost wake up talk show.
Why can't I say talk
I'm
show?
not sure, but you're gonna get it one day. He's gonna get it one day, people. Just watch.
All right. Rekha and Mamata, wake up, talk show.
Yeah, you got it.
And well, that was luck. Plus, I wrote it down, so I wouldn't forget it now. All right, Rekha and Mamata, thanks for doing what you guys do. It's much appreciated. And it's a break from the boys. You know, we have an hour and a half of the boys, and then along comes Rekha and Mamata. So that's good stuff. Nice change of pace.
Yeah.
And at 2 p.m. today, 1400 hours, Eastern Daylight Time, one global movement with Yvonne and the ladies.
And the men too.
And some men too.
Sobs and John Gorilla over there as well.
All right. Well, I was trying to get a haircut and take care of business today. I thought I had time to get back, and I didn't.
You would have been there, right?
Of course, I would have been there.
Mm-hmm.
And Ashish is here, and we're glad you're here.
And one global movement today was about poverty and how education could help fight poverty.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, it was really deep and emotional topic.
And it's 8 p.m. And guess what, boys and girls, moms and dads, uncles and aunts, chillins and nieces and nephews and cousins. Guess what time it is? It's 8 p.m. And we've got RobLynn Live and Ollie.
The Wonder Dog.
And the Wonder Dog, Ollie, has asked me to mention this as a reminder. We need your hashtags. We need your help. We need to boost the algorithm, please. Because we need to work our way up the charts of YouTube to where when someone clicks RobLynn Live, boom, voila, you're watching RobLynn Live. That's how we do it here on ONPASSIVE. That's how all of this should do
And
it.
help us out if you can when you give us hashtags in your comments tonight. If you'd include hashtag RobLynn Live Club. We're trying to get that recognized in the internet space.
And there is a RobLynn Live Club in the Robbie Boys, Mad Hatters, Onet.
And there it is. Tag RobLynn Live Club. Thank you, Carmela.
And we've had Mr. Collins Manna. Did I say we were going to have a panel? I don't think so.
Oh, I don't think so.
Well, Collins, don't go back to sleep. Stay up since I didn't announce the panel yet. Unbelievable.
Stay with us.
Fire me. Fire that guy. All right. Glad you're here,
Okay.
Collins, and we'll introduce you in just a moment. And we know you'll have some words of wisdom to pass our way. Hashtag Collins Manna. Okay. Oh, stand by for the. I almost called Ollie Wally. Stand by for the Wally Boy, the Wonder Dogs contest. Man, oh man, I should have taken a nap today. Hello, Pedro Estrada
And he's got
from YouTube land.
And he's this hashtag RobLynn Live. Oh, he's got the live. It's RobLynn Live Club. But thank you.
Thank
Pedro.
you. You were 90% there. Thank you for doing that. Karina Lance in the house. A traveling Karina. She does get around.
And hello, Toy Him.
So back to the Ollie. That's OLLIE, not WALL. All right. The Ollie Boy, the Wonder Dog virtual contest. It's a virtual background contest with Miss Davina Lee at the helms. She's done a fine job tonight. It looks like an oceanfront view somewhere in some paradise, and we shall bring that up to you and show it to you in just a bit. All right, tonight's topic, and we're glad you asked. We have special guests for tonight's topic. Did you know that, Miss Lynn?
Yes, I did.
And who are those special guests, if you may?
Collins Manna and Vincent Ete
And
of the O-Tech Pros.
And
Marty DeGarmo.
How could you forget Marty?
Because I was thinking of the O-Tech Pros. O-Tech Pros and Marty DeGarmo.
And Colin's best buddy, Mr. Vincent Ete. Hello, Vincent. Glad you're here. We'll bring you guys on in just a couple of minutes.
And tonight, we've got 90 likes.
Oh, stop it. Already?
9 minutes after the hour, which is like a few minutes ago. Not too bad.
Hashtag
not too shabby.
And NTS.
Yes, and what's our goal today? We're going to shoot for what?
300 visitors here.
300 thumbs up?
No. 350 thumbs up.
Oh, you're shooting high.
That's not too shabby by the Mad Hatter.
So can we do it, people? 350 thumbs up?
Can we do it? We will do it.
Yes, we will.
And there's Henry Tucker.
Having issues with his trying to import pictures.
Okay. Again, have you tried changing the name of your club? You just go in and delete the club and re-enter it properly. And Gayling is here. Hello. Salute to you, Miss Gayling.
Hi, Listra.
Listra is in the house, and 142 folks have dropped in already.
Wow, and hi, Robindra as well.
Robindra.
Chris Tizan is here.
He says, hi, Keiko.
Hello,
hi, BJ.
Rupa Roy.
Rupa's in the house.
Have her here.
All right, it looks like the gang is forming. It's getting warm in here.
It is.
All right, tonight's topic has our special guest, as we mentioned, getting it right the first time around. Getting it right the first time around. And Ollie, who's been coming up with some pretty nifty questions, has his question for everyone. Ollie's question of the night: why get things right the first time? We might be able to add some input there.
That's a good question.
It's a grand topic and a just as grand question.
And you guys will have fun giving us your responses to that question.
Put that in the chat.
No right, no wrong. Every opinion is fine.
Please pray for Ash and his lovely wife and his two brilliant, handsome young men for their safety and for their, not just safety, their good health. And add into that the fine folks in the tech, media, and support staffs around the globe, please, if you would. And we were at 160 and we dropped by 20.
Oh.
Did I say something wrong already? I didn't even have but one bitty moment. Okay. Oh, well, they'll be back. They'll be back. They'll come back with popcorn and Diet Pepsi or Diet Coke or both. All right. Here we go. Tonight's topic with our special guest we told you about is getting it right the first time around. And I told you about Ollie's question. Not his, yeah, his question. That's why they're leaving in droves. Unbelievable. Please also send out your love, your light, and prayers for all who may be ill or injured for a complete and speedy recovery.
And Chris Tuzan says it all, if you don't mind reading that.
Chris says, from the Philippines, ready to listen to today's panelists, OTech pros Collins Manna and Vincent Ete, both from the UK. Thank you for that, Chris. With Marty Pop DeGarmo with his spaceship. His blast-off ship. And we might hear a little bit more about blasting off.
On
Marty. Hashtag RobLynn Live Club.
Hashtag
RobLynn Live Club.
RLL.
Hashtag RLL Club.
That's
Shortened up
clever.
a bit.
That's
Not
pretty.
too shabby.
That's nice.
All right. Getting it right the first time around emphasizes doing things correctly from the very beginning rather than having to fix mistakes. So rushing is not how we do things, obviously. We're 5 years in the making here at ONPASSIVE on, I believe it was July 18th. Right, there's Cecil Weir. Hello, Mr. Cecil. We're glad you're here too. All right. But taking the time to plan ahead, execute, that's how we do it at ONPASSIVE. Plain and simple. And do the tasks needed from the start time or the starting line. So everything will be saved, saving resources, and in the long run, the frustration from having to fix things. There's nothing worse than not doing it right the first time. And as my mother and father said, if it's worth doing right, do it right the first time. And that's our topic tonight.
I love it.
That's a good
Makes
topic.
sense to me.
Sharon Koo is in the house. Good morning from Singapore. Sunny Singapore. Hashtag RobLynn Live. Hashtag RobLynn Live Club. Hashtag Ollie the Wonder Dog. Hashtag Digital Tsunami. She's catching on. Hashtag OES Classroom. Hashtag OES Classroom. Hashtag, that was a, okay, I got that. And hashtag Sharon Koo, another bitty moment.
On the way to attend face-to-face OES training by hashtag Francis Tay.
The seafood. The master. There's John Cole.
That's right. And so let's see your hashtags today. Hashtag.
Very nice, Miss Carmela Schwartz. She got up at 3 a.m. to watch this.
Thank you, Carmela.
And I'm having all these bitty moments. That's very shabby on my part. I'll do better, I promise.
And Lucy's here from PNG.
Papua New Guinea is in the house. Getting it right the first time emphasizes just do it correctly. Take your time. Pavolia, as we say in Yiddish. Take your time. From the very beginning, fixing mistakes is no fun, and redoing anything at a later time is less than fun. By taking the time to plan ahead, execute said plan, and do the tasks needed from the start time to do it right. And here are several ways. I know I repeated myself, but that's what happens at age 99. Well, I'm not 99 yet. It seems like it, though. At any rate, let's take a look at how we can get it right the first time. Projects, that's a good area. Get it right. I call it GERT. Get it right first time. Get it right first time.
Yes.
Greetings from sunny Singapore, from the seafood, the master himself,
my friend,
Mr. Francis Tay. Now I think he works harder than we do. He's on 6 days a week, multiple times in a day sometimes.
Yep.
And here we are thinking we're the cat's meow at one time a day.
We're not the cat's meow.
We're not?
Francis is the cat's meow.
Francis is the cat's meow. For sure.
Hi, Abadias.
All right. You get higher quality finishes whenever you take your time and get it right the first time. GERT FT. Get it right the first time. It increases efficiency. Wow. Nothing wrong with that. And that's how they do it at ONPASSIVE in Hyderabad, in Egypt, and Dubai, and Abu Dhabi. You name it. That's in Orlando. They're not too shabby in Orlando either.
Not at all.
All right. We want quality endings. If we encounter any sort of a challenge, what do? We don't fret. We don't get excited. We huddle around in our different departments and we get it right.
And Pam says, doing things right the first time is how I was raised. Nothing worse than rushing through it only to find a mistake at the very beginning and being forced to start all over.
No fun at all. Well, by thinking things through, that's part of this program, and making good decisions, not a bad idea. And it will all lead us in the right direction. Lucius is here. That's a
Cousin.
cousin to Mr. Henry Tucker.
That's right. Hi, Lucius.
Why new product? Wait a minute. We got to say what Marty's got going here. Why new product launch is important. A successful product launch or beginning determines what that first impression is for large swaths of potential buyers and decision makers. Yeah.
Let's repeat
Hashtag, I don't know if I'm going to repeat that hashtag, DeGarmo, but I guess I will. If the ship is going down, I might as well go down with you. T-minus 10.
So let's repeat that because it's significant. Why a new product launch is important. A successful product launch determines what that first impression is for large swaths of potential buyers and decision makers.
Fire, 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 fire. Hashtag T-minus 10. Now, is that 10 seconds? No, we passed the 10-second mark. Was that 10 minutes? No. Was that 10 hours? No. Maybe Marty will tell us what T-minus 10 is in the real world here at ONPASSIVE, or maybe not. So let's move along here. We just have a couple more things to mention. By thinking things through, what a grand thought, grand idea, and making good decisions, we avoid mistakes. That's how Ash and Company does it. That's how they pinpoint things right the first time. Will there be a tweak maybe or here or there? Yes, but we've got it handled. Hashtag Francis Tays, thanks for all you do. Hashtag video conferencing, very nice. Hashtag RobLynn Live. Hashtag RobLynn Live Club. Yeah, it's all about the clubs, man. Go to ONET and start a club or join a club. Whatever, just do it.
And feel free, if you guys have clubs already set up, feel free to put the club name in your comments as well. We'll help you out
with a hashtag in front, please.
Yeah, that'd be good. People will be happy to join your clubs as long as they know what they are, I'm sure.
All right, communication. This is how we do it. We communicate. We as founders, we're communicating through chats, webinars, posts in ONET, which is the new social platform, I might add. Well, we're back up to 185.
Ooh,
not too shabby. Hashtag in front.
Very good.
Decisions thought through are decisions that make a difference. No doubt about it. And this is how our tech and media and media/marketing staffs do things the right way, the first time. And as it relates directly, even more directly, errors are eliminated. There are no errors. Are there, as I mentioned, is there a quirk here, a quirk there? Yes. They're getting resolved one by one. Line them up, as Henry Tucker says, as dominoes, and we're rolling right over them and fixing them, for sure.
And Marty says,
PT2. Product launches often also serve as an introduction to the entire business, to a specific market. In these cases, the business creates awareness to build up credibility. Good recovery, Nagarmo. Not too shabby. Hashtag in front.
Very nice.
Very good. And Pendu is here. Hello, sir, Mr. Sarma. And Aputanti is here. RobLynn Live, I like you. I love you. World's best products company on passive and on passive. Family love to you all.
Thank
Again,
you.
with a hashtag in front.
Very nice.
So we've talked a little. Ooh, there's Francis Tay, our favorite seafood. Thank you for that super sticker, Francis. We love you, brother.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Very kind. Thank you. Well, let's wrap things up here if we may. I think we've talked enough from our standpoint, if that's okay with you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Gert FT, get it right the first time. Gert it. Gert it. Gert it. Get it right the first time. Hashtag Rob / Lynn Live. Yeah.
Hi, Peter.
Hi, Peter. We're glad you're here. Our brother from the UK.
Eric.
Being open to suggestions. I just want to mention that briefly. Ash is the king of wanting suggestions from staff and from founders or global ambassadors, global affiliates, whatever, users, but globally. So just do it. Communicate. You got a suggestion? Make it. It might just be the difference in fixing something or making things run smoother. All right?
Hi, Martin's in Nigeria.
And by doing the above, the things we mentioned,
That's the time there is, I think, like 12:26 a.m., I think, in Nigeria.
so it's just past midnight?
19, I think it's 5, 19, 12. Well, 1:26, I think,
Oh,
in the
my
morning.
goodness.
Thank you for
Thank
being
you,
here.
thank you, thank you. We appreciate you being here. I know it's not easy waking up early.
Not all.
Yeah, I never got to wake up early. I was in the middle of taking a nap, and the
Oh,
phone rang, I think 7 times.
oh no.
Not from the same person either. Everybody was piling on Robbie Boy,
Hey,
the
hey,
Mad Hatter.
hey.
We've heard that phrase somewhere. I think Mr. Johnson may be the founding member who came up with that phrase. Hey. All right. Do ourselves a favor, please, everybody.
And Chris Chazan says, getting it right the first time is like typing names correctly. My co-chat participants here. Sorry for any typos.
Well, okay. Since we're being transparent tonight, I'd like to introduce you to the king of chubby fingers. When I started with OnPassive as an old founder, and some of you know this story. It's funny now, sorta. It wasn't funny at all when I did it, and when I was embarrassed, or I embarrassed myself on one of those Q&As with Janet Butler, Marty DeCarmo, and Jane, Marty, and who else was on with Jane? Oh, Chris was on trying to fix things. Well, I was one of the first ones they tried to fix. Oy vey. Not fixable. What I did is I typed an L instead of an I, so the I was supposed to be where the L was. Well, guess what? Support said, you ain't changing that, bro. So I couldn't change it. I still can't change it. So help, support, help. I promised to be a good boy for at least another 6 hours, please. So anyway, I typed AL Solutions _RG, trying to tag myself, sort of, so to speak. What I typed was, I was supposed to type AI for it, artificial intelligence. This buffoon right here that you're looking at, this one right here with the fancy shirt and the 6-month-old hat, typed in AL Solutions.
That's understandable.
That is hashtag shabby, hashtag stupid, hashtag Rob Gorman, hashtag king of mistakes. So anyway, now you know that story. Probably a little boring.
You're only human. And Jillian, she has a couple of her club names in there. You see them right there. If you want to join them, please do.
All right. The future. Ooh, I like that. Greetings to you. Mo Khan is here.
Thank
and
you.
Engineer Sushanta, RobLynn, both are looking sharp.
Thank
you, sir. All right, that's about all we have for you, and let's wrap it up with this. We are one family. We're one team of professionals working diligently. Woo! Got it out that time. Diligently, furiously, all Lees. Oh, speaking of Lees, the background is by Davina Lee.
Woohoo! We need to show the background.
We'll show the background in just a moment. So keep all of what we said in mind, and we'll have a lot more input from the smarter people than me in just a moment. And Rob, I changed my name of the club. All right, all right, all right. All right, all right, all right. And Henry says he'll be there with Collins on Heroes, which is at 2 p.m. on Sundays. Well, I can help you straighten out your club, but hey, that's a good thing. Let me do a handoff to the one and only Collins. Manna. Okay, we're going to show the background, Barry Dang, real quick. Hello, Raju. Hello, Anufa. Hello, Bruce Gerstein, formerly from Florida, I guess we might say.
Yep.
What are you doing?
I'm showing the background.
Oh, is that what I was supposed to do?
That's what you just said.
Okay, showing the background. Can you see it? See it? Okay, that's the background. And now Grandma Lenny is going to ring the cowbell, Grandma Bobby's cowbell, if I might add. And here we go. And then it'll be followed by highlighting one of your comments.
Okay, here's the bell. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to ring the bell and spotlight a comment, and you can make your guesses right after that. Trying to catch up before we do that. All right, so let me ring the bell.
You caught up?
Yeah, I did catch up.
225 of you boys and girls here. Thank you from our heart to yours. Thank you.
And here is the comment. Ann McLemore.
Aloha to Cynthia Daring. That's not, oh, that's the comment.
Yeah, so go ahead and make your guesses.
Okay, and what do we need first? We need some guesses, and then we'll introduce the panel.
Yeah, we're going to have a couple guesses, and we'll go right to Collins and Vincent. So the first guess we have tonight is from Frank Rowe. He says, California, yay. And Irena says it is Bixby Bridge, and an iconic Bixby Bridge is an iconic bridge. California, 260 minus 260 feet. Is that what you said?
No, that's just a hyphen.
Oh, okay.
It is 260 feet above sea level and above the canyon, I should say, which is 79 meters.
Okay, let's see if we can get a couple more guesses.
And here's Dan Cathcart saying, way to go.
And Nicholas's guess is Verrazano Bridge.
That would be Verrazano with a V.
New York.
In New York. I don't know for sure, but that's a good guess.
I'll call you after live. I'm playing dominoes.
Well, of course you are.
Casey says California. Hello, MK Wani.
Hand pink hand waving.
Dr. Benny's guess is California.
All right, Dr. Benny, good guess. Benjamin Warap is saying glad he's here, and Roja is here.
Guess is California.
California by Karina.
Okay, so now let us go ahead and run the. You can keep guessing, and Divina will use her judgment and let you know where the location of Ollie is when she feels it's the right time. Okay.
All right. That's why we have her as our graphic designer and advisor.
That's right.
Okay.
But we've got the OTech pros here. We got two of them, Collins Manna and Vincent Ete, and we're excited to present them to you.
And away we go.
Be thinking of questions or comments for them, okay?
All right, let's go first to Vincent Ete. Hello, Vincent. Welcome to RobLynn Live.
Hello, Rob. Hello, Aunt Lynn. How are you all? Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone.
Thanks for getting up so early or staying up so late. Either one works.
Thank you so much.
And let's now introduce the one and only Collins Manna. I got a haircut today, Collins. I know you don't go to the barbershop often, but check this one out, baby.
Yeah. Nice.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. Hello, Vincent. Yeah.
Hello,
everyone. Welcome again.
All right. Well, what we'd like to start off with is we haven't done this with you guys in a while. We have new viewers. Collins, we'll start with you. Introduce yourself, would you, and say a few words about getting it right the first time?
Yeah, that's one of the topic. It's something that we always use, within the IT industry, especially in software development. You see most of the directors, the CEOs, they always say we must get it right the first time. Until when you are in, the reason, and when you find out why, they always talk about get it right first time, especially when you are building something new. Failure is not an option, because you fail, it means you have to pack your bag and go home. That's it. You either get it right or you pack your bag and go home. That's it. When they said home means close your business, shut it down, because the moment you put it out and the customers look at it and said, you know what, we don't like it. It's like you prepare the best meal. You believe that you've done your best. And when you put it out there, all your guests cannot even have a taste of the food. Or just taste and they say, no, it's not good. It's not good for me. What do you think will happen? It means you'll not even get a good sales. And they will never trust you anymore, because one of the things is trust. It means you are gone. And even if you go back, remember, first impression count. You go back, do whatever you can, change whatever you can change, because that trust is gone. There is no way they'll ever come back. So that's why they always that statement, you must get it right the first time. And if you look at it within IT industry, there is something they always said. Trust is not only from the customer side, it's coming from the employee side. They have different criteria, they always said, within. Every IT company have this. They're talking about, one, to hire employee, you must be committed. They always talk about they have their values, the core value. We always said every IT company or company in this way have their value. Within IT industry, the first they always talk about commitment. You come in, are you ready to commit? Secondly, are you someone they can trust? Trust you with a task, and they believe that you can deliver. Then you must own it. It means you must own the product you are building. It means you are the owner of it, and then you must be dedicated, dedication and loyalty. This is from the IT part, the industry where we are coming from, Vincent and I and the rest. Now, from the customer part, they also want to trust the company, trust the person that is delivering the goods. So if they don't trust you, you are dead. Secondly, are we patient? Because you must be patient to have. Though you want the best of the best, you must be patient. Patient is one of the key motto of the customers, the users. You must be patient enough, especially when you are in what we are today. Mr. Ajmufara gave us the opportunity to become, founding member. Are we patient enough? Are we committed? That's the question we always have to ask ourselves. Yes, the company is committed to deliver. They are trustworthy in their side. They trust what they are doing. They believe, they own it. They are dedicated. But now, coming to us as user, as brand ambassador, we too must give our fair share. Are we committed? Are we dedicated? Are we patient? Are we the type of people, when we don't get what we want, we fall back? We disappeared. We always want to hear good news, and there's no good news. Oh, it's taking too long. Oh, we just like, it's because we don't know what is getting. When we use the word get it right first time, it means it must ring a bell in all of us. Meaning, if this product comes out and we, as the first affiliate, cannot really understand, look at it and say, wow, this is not really great, do you think those who are coming after us will enjoy the product, think like they can put their money and say, yes, let's activate, let's buy this product? If we ourselves are not happy with the product, do you think those who are coming will enjoy the product? No, they'll feel the same. You know, my mom always says something. If you go into your house, you know, you come in with a muddy shoe and you don't remove your shoe, don't expect the guest that is coming behind you to remove their shoes. You go in with mud. Remember that, know that those who are coming after you will come in the same way. But when you show them the way that I've been patient enough and this is it, it's because we were dedicated, we were loyal to whatever the company is doing. We are patient. They also, when they come, they will not even notice this thing. Because one of the things, I will go a little bit further. When you are not patient, you miss the plot. Because in IT, let me put it this way, in software development, when you build software, there is a lot of moving parts, around. You know, you don't have only one person building it. You have 25 or 50 building one solution. This is working on this. This developer is working on this. This is doing this. And at one point, they have to come together and put everything together. You build a little component, this build a little component. You have to bring it and put it, integrate it together. Sometimes just that bit of integration comes. So Vincent build, I build, Lynn build, you know, Rob build. We bring it together. What I've built can break Vincent, all what Vincent have built. Maybe Vincent can break Rob. But you know, you adjust it as you go. You look and say, okay, what's happening here? You fix it, you synchronize it, you adjust it, and that is exactly what is happening in every company that are building software from scratch. It is difficult to just build it, put your finger up and say, yes, done, we've got it. Lie. Never happen. Go to Microsoft, go to Apple, go to every major company you can call. If somebody in that company come today and tell me we build it, we integrate it and work the first time, I'll tell you, you are a big liar. It will never happen. I don't care your experience. I don't care how many years you have in the IT industry. If you tell me that, I will tell you, you are the biggest liar. It happens, failure, but they adjust it, they build it, they adapt it, they go, they move on. And that's why they call it software grow to maturity. You build it, you adapt, you integrate it, fails, look at the failure, because there is no room for error. There is always bugs and you fix it, you go, you fix it until it becomes stabilized and grow to maturity. That is the reason we must be patient to get it right first time. There is a lot, but I will end here, Lynn, for you to take it and we can continue throughout to talk about it. I love this topic, get it right first time.
Good stuff, Collins. Good stuff. Just a minute, Vincent. I want to ask Collins a question. How important is it to have a team that melds or fits well together in this get it right thing? You had said basically it is important for people to work together, but is it difficult to get a team to meld together?
No, the team, they are all of different experts, right? But remember, when they are building software, what Vincent is building on his own is different from what I'm building. So let's take, for instance, OMail, the whole OMail application. Vincent can be working on calendar just to build the calendar functionality. I'm writing now the code for what? For event. But remember, OMail is different. Calendar is separate function. The event is separate function. Submit button is separate function. You know, typing the text file and all of those things, they are separate function. Now, we have to put everything together to form the whole, you know, system called OMail, the OMail solution. They can use Vincent. Now, Vincent build, we have to commit everything. Now, Vincent put it, I put it, we merge it. When we merge it to sync together, maybe what I've done will not sync in Vincent, cannot really connect together. It means there is an error. We have to sit now, look at what is happening, why these two entities cannot fit together. You know, when we look and say, oh my God, maybe I did this wrong. I'm supposed to write this. So the system will agree with what Vincent have built. So all of them can fit nicely together. We adjust it, we go. The other person build this, we adjust it, we go. The video, look at mail with video mailing. Somebody have built it. Now the video mailing is supposed to sync with what? Text to file, speech to text, all of those, they are separate functions. Now, when you are committing it together, bringing them together to form the whole mail, it is not easy. There is a lot of glitches coming, and then you have to adjust it as you go because it is new. You know, we've never built it before. We are doing separate work because 25 engineers can be working on only mail, or 10. They are building separate parts, but they have to commit them, bring them together. So is that bringing together now, fitting them like you build a car, somebody make the tire, somebody fix the engine, fitting them, there will always be error. We have done something wrong. So why is it not fitting? You look at it, you fix it, you adjust it, you adapt it. Sometimes Vincent is working a database, I build it, push the system, it's not talking to Vincent database. Vincent have to look at it. Why things are not coming there? We have to look at it, fix it, and then we say, oh yes, now it's coming. We can work with it now. And that is how it is. So I made the statement, I said, if somebody comes and said, when we build this application, we put everything together, it works the first time, I'll tell you, you're a big liar. It never. There will be little things to adjust to make it to fit together. I think Vincent will even bear with me here. Nobody will ever come and say, we did it the first time, I built mine, Vincent built mine, we just put it and it works. Only God can do that. I don't think human beings have ever done that. So that's what I mean, Rob.
I got it. Vivine Bene, formerly from PNG, where her heart remains, is in Australia, and she says, we are part of the completion of ONPASSIVE. That we are. Without the OBA beta testing, we will not be at its best. It will need ONPASSIVE will not be at its best. Getting it right the first time is paramount, and so we should be happy to be part of the early birds. Happy we are, and happy you're here tonight, Vivine.
Very nice.
Israel's here, Frank's here. Now, without further ado, from the UK.
Oh, and we just said where the location is.
Let's do that, and then I'll start over, and maybe I'll make the introduction bigger and better.
Mm-hmm. Location is, here it is.
The background is a beautiful Monterey, California, known for marine life, plenty of it in the Pacific, artists, communities, plenty of that, world-renowned aquarium, delicious fresh seafood, doggies, and Japanese cuisine, sushi. Woo. Congrats to Frank, Irena, Casey, Karina, Dr. Benny, Alex, Vera, Shandan, Ava. Oh, man, look at this list. It's growing. Sadananda, Jillian, Melanie, Kathy, Vera, Chandan, and everyone else who got it right.
And we have Jane Aliva saying, so right, Collins. Right the first time is so critical, especially for a tech company. We never get another chance to make a first impression. ONPASSIVE solution must and will be right the first time.
The right thing at the right time in the right place is at our footsteps. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And now, without any further ado, we'd like to bring on one of our most favored guests, Mr. Vincent Ete.
Okay. Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Lynn, and thank you, Brother Collins. I know Collins, so thank you for this great presentation. I think everything you said is right. So it's not easy as people, the way we think in the software development life cycle. It's not easy. It's not that easy. And then also, I would like to add what Collins said, not repeat it, because he has said a lot of things. So I add a bit of maybe to make it much more stronger. So it's good what everything Collins said. So what I will add also is the integration part, because everyone can do what they have to do. Collins can build maybe one feature, will do that. But the most difficult part also of that is the integration, because like Olin explained earlier, the integration is the most difficult part, because during the integration, what Lynn will build, I'll bring it. What Rob will build, will put it together. This is also teamwork. That's the critical part of the job, because individually I've done my part. Oh, you did it, I did it. And then we have to put it together so the product will get the big product, and then the product will present nice outside there for people, customers to approve it, to use it. And then when we say product, we want also the product to be best quality. So here we're talking about the best quality for the first time. So when the product go out, we want to see the best quality coming out for the first time. So when in that case, the integration, that's the most difficult part, because we want to make sure that when we put it every bit by bit, and then all together, and then we get, let's say, like Colin said, example of the car. So someone will do the tire, someone will do maybe the bonnet, someone will do this. So the difficult part is the assembly, put it all together. And then when it come out, you say, wow, this is a beautiful car. I want to have this car. Is it similar to software building part also? So is that difficult part is the integration, because we need to, the integration also is not only the component, or every single individual are done. That's why we put it together, and then we test it and make sure that it's working as we're expecting to work. The functionality, the activities, the aim of the software, why we build this software for, we getting our aims. So this is what the customer looking for. Do we have everything? Everything's working fine, expecting as the way we want? Is it the best quality? Is it what we are looking for? So is it all the data can we use to maybe collect all the data we want? So all these questions that we asking ourselves first, and then it's a teamwork. No one person can. It's a teamwork, because if it's not a teamwork, we can't get to the best result. So at the end of the day, this is what we call it the best quality, and then we get the first time right done. So it's a group, big effort, and then it's also teamwork. Everyone will do their own, and then make sure that we put things together. Once all three things together, again, it's not the end. We have to test again the product. So make sure that once after testing the product, we are happy, and then we can say, okay, the product, the software we have built is done, and then we test everything, testing, user testing. So when we do the UAT test, and then everything is done, then we can say, okay, we need some people to sign off, and then the system can. So the best thing, like Collins mentioned, everything, well, I'll also add is the best quality, because it's not only also to complete the system, it's not only also to deliver on time, but also we need the best quality. So we add the best quality to that, the finished product. So when the product also go out, it stand out, nice to people, nice to customer, even nice to people who build the product. And then when it's there, we love it, and then we'll be bright. So it's not as easy as the way we think. You need time, you need cooperation, you need also integration. So, and then once everything is done, we have also to make sure that we have a performance. So because build something, the best quality also is part of the performance. Because if we go there, we test it, and then it's people, they don't like it, it's very slow, it's running, people will complain again. So we think about the performance, we think about security. If all this is done, we can, with happiness and with joy, we'll say, okay, the product, we have built maybe the best product of the world, the quality. So what we're looking for is the quality as well. So thanks, Brother Collins, for what he said also earlier about this product. Yeah, I just add to what Collins said, not to repeat ourselves. Yeah, thank you.
Well, I like the way you brought integration into it. Collins did as well. Let's use an aircraft, for example. We've got to integrate all the electronics. We've got to integrate that with all the hydraulics. We've got to integrate that with all the luxury that is required in most airplanes. And then we will have a finished product. So making sure all the parts fit together, they don't overlap, and they will work as one. And that's how ONPASSIVE is doing it, don't you think, Collins?
Yeah, that's exactly that's exactly what ONPASSIVE is doing, as you rightly said, putting everything together. It is, as Vincent said, Vincent rightly, Vincent, you just explained it very well. The integration bit is really difficult because we are talking about single sign-on. People treat, the OES, the ONPASSIVE ecosystem, as just a single entity. But remember that there are standalone products. You're talking about OMail, ONet, OTrim. OConnect is in there. We're talking about OTracker now integrated. We will be having our OVerify integrated. We're talking about OWallet integrated. We even forget about OChat. It's a product integrated. So the ecosystem is a monster. It's like just a massive universe holding everything within. Now that is integration. So one product has a lot of integration, and now you have to integrate it with the ecosystem. And when you integrate a standalone product, so we're talking about ONet, you bring in, let's say OTracker came into play, integrate straight within the ecosystem. And before OTracker comes, we already have OTrim, OMail, ONet, all of those. What if during the time of integrating OTracker into the OES and it breaks all the other products? I don't know if anyone have sit back and think about it, because that's how the system works. The moment I know it went through a lot of testing, which we are not there, so we are not seeing. But it's a lot of hard work to put it in, because the moment they put it, we are seeing OES, right? Do you know how many OES are behind the scene? So we're having this OES now standing, but they have an environment, which I would say in most of the IT companies, they call it the staging environment. That staging environment is a mirror image of the OES. That's a mirror image. So it's the same, but that's just for testing. They build, they test, they make sure everything. So it's similar to the OES, which is our live environment. So all of this last phase of testing is taking place in the staging. So the moment they integrate or connect in the staging environment, it didn't work. They know if they bring it into the live environment, it will fail. So that's why they try things, they break it, they make sure, all right, we've put it there, let's roll back. All right, let's check. And they have not only the staging, they have several test environments. Maybe if I would think, because some company has 4, 5, maybe ONPASSIVE will have about 6. From the dev environment, you go to the testing environment, you come to next environment, you come to staging environment, then live. So that is the level of testing we're saying. So you grow the software to maturity, integration, security, database testing, all of those. You check all of those things, move it to staging. You say, all right, if this can work in staging, it means it will work in live environment. It's just a mirror image of the live environment. So by the time they bring it, you don't even know. They integrate it, they call it continuous integration, continuous delivery, and continuous. They just push it there. By the time you get up in the morning, wow. So we are still seeing most of the thing at the end of it. We are not seeing all the hassle, all the struggle going on. We're just saying, wow, it is there now. Happy days. We start to celebrate. But we don't know the pain moving from all those 5 different or 4 different environments right to the live environment. So that's where the continuous integration, the continuous this. When it fails, it breaks, they test it, they roll back, they go, it's just like, let's do it again. Let's go again. All right, today wasn't a good day. Let's go and sleep over it. Come back again the next day. Think about it. Bring it on until you get it right. That's why we say get it right the first time. Until you get it right, then you can put it in the live environment. You cannot put something that is failing in the live environment. If you put it, there will be big disaster. It means all the live environment will just collapse. When Vincent will say downtime, you see everyone just shut, everyone will be crying. My God, I've tried to log into OES and I cannot get in. What is going on? It's because they didn't put it right. But it will never happen because the tech team, they know very well that you cannot put something that's not ready into the live environment. And I'm so happy that ONPASSIVE is taking it gradually, one step at a time, one day at a time, moving slowly but surely until we get it right. So sometimes that's why I don't really, not like I'm not anxious. Don't get me wrong, I'm a human being, I'm anxious. But when I put my head down, I say, you know what, I don't want to think as an IT person. I want to think now I don't want to think as a normal user. Let me think as an IT person. If someone asks me, Collins, will you ever put something that is not right in the live environment? I will tell you the next day I'll be fired. I'll lose my job completely, because if I do that, even Vincent, no. Vincent tried, the next day, Vincent will be fired. So we must get it right the right first time. So I will leave it there. Marty, welcome.
And that's my job. Welcome anyway there, T minus. Hashtag T minus. At any rate, back to Vincent briefly. Vincent, speaking of integration, how about the fact they're integrating in the OES single sign-on and single sign-off? How good is that?
Oh yeah, it's a very good good thing ONPASSIVE have delivered, because like I said earlier, the integration is the most difficult part of building the software, because if integration is not done as expected, everything will fail. And then because it's like putting the component one by one, put it together. If you put it together, sometimes maybe the part B can break the system, go back again behind, and then we can put in C. So the integration is the difficult part. So what we are doing, like Colin said, is with zero error. So we don't want, you must make sure that it's done properly, because you cannot take something that's not working outside there. So it is a must. So these people, the tech guys, what they are doing there, they are doing their best, because putting all this integration together is not an easy thing. And then single sign-on, this is the latest also technology that they have worked on that, and then they have put it together, because some of our products, they are standalone product, and then they put all this together. So it's a great job, big job they have done, because it's not that easy. We are saying, like Connie is saying, as a user, we see it may be easy, but as a tech, when you go inside, sitting there, and then we know what is going on for one single product, sometimes the time it takes people or the engineers to do that and then finish the product is the best quality of the product, because we don't want any error. We make sure that trying to avoid mistakes. This is the best thing, the first thing they are doing, try to avoid mistake. Well, we all know that we cannot avoid easy mistake in our life, even our daily life. But when it comes to the software part, trying to avoid the mistake, because any mistake can cost life. It can cost even the company. So they are doing a good job putting all this integration part, and then we get it working right. For the first time, it's not easy as the way the engineer they are doing there. So we have to congratulate them, because they've this single sign-on technology is not as easy as it is. And then putting all these parts, the other part of the building the software, and then once they finish the integration, and then they integrate also the single sign-on in, is a big thing and the difficult thing to achieve, and then they have done that. So I'm very proud of them. They have achieved a very good thing. And then also it resolves also security, the same time security issues, and then that also bring also the performance, because it helps also people, it brings also efficiency, and then productivity, because it helps people if they are working, calling you to say, it helps people to do their job very quickly, because rather than go one by one and do this, do that, but with single sign-on, it brings also productivity, because and then bring less cost of the system. So it's a lot of technology together that they put it to one single sign-on. So it's a good job, and then is massively something that they have achieved. And then this is another thing, strongest and big thing, that today's most of software companies are trying to do and then build to the market. So we congratulate them to deliver this great great technology for ONPASSIVE. Thank you, Rob.
All right, man. What a team we got here. All right, let's bring in another cog in the wheel of ONPASSIVE, Mr. Marty Pop DeGarmo. Happy Friday night, brother.
Hello, hello, hello. Wow, what are we talking about?
You? No. We're talking about get it right the first time and what that means.
Yeah, I was listening in. I was doing something else, but I could hear, and something that Collins brought up that I'm going to get into that. But what I wanted to say is, when Collins brought up, you see these tech companies, and like I said, a lot of people look at the finished product and they go, "Oh, this is superb. This is amazing." But do you think that company got it right the first time? No. The difference is nobody went on a journey to make the Apple phone. Nobody went on the journey when Microsoft was starting. They wouldn't want you to see it. And Ash didn't care. He wanted people part of the journey. But as far as getting things right, it is super, super important. One is we don't realize how many people are truly looking at ONPASSIVE. Yeah, we know we are, and we're not taking this world, but trust me, the world's looking at ONPASSIVE. And there's some people that are hoping and praying for the best of the best. But remember, there's some hoping that we trip and fall. And the bad thing about a first time anything is the ones that want to focus on the problem. Why give them the fuel, for them to thrive? And oh, look, I told you this is no good, blah, 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 blah. So getting it right the first time is not only essential, it's a must. It's an absolute must. You can have problems in the journey. That's what the journey's about. And I believe that's what Collins was trying to say. Don't tell me that any tech people anywhere in the world or do something like whatever. I always use the iPhone. The first time they put it together, they was on the drawing board. Here, guys, I want you to do this. They did it. They all stood up, broke champagne. No. Don't even kid yourself. They did it. They went back. They did it. They went back. But you know what Apple did? Don't know who's running it. I don't care. I know they're not asking me for it. But one thing they did do, guys, we're not sending this out until it's right. But even to this day, because things happen and they add stuff, every once in a while, if you have an iPhone, I don't care if you have a Galaxy, any phone, and every once in a while you turn on the phone and say, we have an update. Make sure you have plenty of battery so you can update. Update sounds like something great's about to happen. In some cases, it's repairing something that didn't work quite like they thought it would. Let's not kid ourselves. And ONPASSIVE, when you hear update, when the lights come back on, it'll be better than it was the hour before they did it. Okay, so that's a big difference. But first time impression, listen, you don't judge a book by its cover. The first day of the debut of a product, the book is opened and people are reading now. They're not judging by the cover anymore. They're not judging by the beautiful light show in Burj Khalifa. Because trust me, there's CEOs and big names. And from what I understand, Zoom knows we're knocking on their door. Okay, they know it. I never heard Ash say, "Oh, we're going to go get this company. We're going to destroy this one." It's not in his vocabulary. What he's going to do is give the best products that he can possibly offer to people. That's simple. At the best price possible, at the highest technology in the world. That's it. It's not as magical as it sounds, but it's unique. Because most companies are, let's give them as minimum as we have to give, charge them as much as we can, and then we'll give them a little bit more as we go. That's not ONPASSIVE. They're going to give you everything they have, and then they're going to keep giving you more as technology increases. And their aim is it's never good enough, even if it's the best on the planet. And we can't beat that. But that first impression, listen, I would rather wait as long as it takes than something happen where people can say, oh, I told you. That is more dangerous than me getting a couple commissions early. Okay, trust me. I want this to be around for my grandchildren, not just 6 months. I've been in companies where it lasts 6 months, a year, and if they're really good company, 2 years. This company is set up to run generations, okay, many generations. And the first day on the grand opening, when you offer O Connect or O Tracker, it better be sparkling, and it better be the best of the best, and it will be. Anyway, that's all I have. I believe that's what you were talking about. I'm very sure.
Yeah, you nailed it, Mr. DeGarmo. Vincent and Collins, pile on him, will you? Add a little bit to what Marty had to say. Good stuff.
Yeah, I would say Marty gets it right, because everything you said was right, and then exactly what is happening in the software development environment. So I give also an example of even great Microsoft, because I'm also a Microsoft beta testing for database products. So anytime Microsoft made a new product of database, for instance, Microsoft will send me the beta testing, because I'm also part of the beta testing for that company. So, they will ask me to test the product, give my observation, and then also my recommendation. So Microsoft do that for all these professionals who are using the product across the world. And then once you get all the feedback from everyone, every single people, they use it, people like me and others, after that, put it together. But even that, they have finished the product already. But he has to conduct also the product outside those companies or those guys, those engineers who are using their recommendation, put it together before, once they take it in, they will go through, make sure that they get it right. And then there could be some mistakes, some issues. They fix it before they can launch the product to the market. They say, okay, now this is the time to launch our great product. We can sell it to the world, because doing that, they have done everything on site first. Then go outside there, all these people who are going to use it, those who used to do the product, they go to them, then they make sure that is right before it go out right. So adding to what Marty says, right, because you can't just wake up and then you get things done the first time just like that. No, there are so many testing, so many issues, so many controlling the way thing will go first before it can come back. So it's a must done, it must be done. So it's something, it is a must, like Marty said. So this is what happening in the software development country. Thank you, Rob.
All right, Collins, bring it.
Yeah, yeah. I just want to agree with Marty and Vincent. When Marty was talking, I was thinking all of this as well. One of the things we should ask ourselves, why does it take so long for a company to produce one particular solution, one particular software? It took Apple almost a decade to come up with the first iPhone. It took Facebook maybe 6 years, maybe 6 years to come up with only Facebook alone. Why that number of years? Is because they want to make sure they get it right. Because if it was that easy, they would have just put everything together and say, wow, happy days, sell it out. It won't take that number of years, but we're talking about something that you're looking at it internationally. And first, even the nomenclature to name the product, give it a name. It's a process. You don't want to give a name that is offensive. It's accepted somewhere and goes to this, especially international company, global company, goes to this continent. They say, no, that name is offensive to us. We cannot accept that product. Naming a product is so difficult. It takes a lot of effort, goes through legality, you know, they'll be checking to make sure this name, what does it mean in certain languages? It's not offensive. You're not insulting someone, you know, all of those things. That's the naming. You look at the compliance again, you know, the legality, you know, every code you write, there is a legal battle. Every single thing you ask yourself, what would this thing happen? What if we do this and it comes the opposite way? How will people receive it? Because they build software with consumer at heart. That's ONPASSIVE. Building with consumers at heart. So that is why ONPASSIVE is taking time methodically, you know, they're going slowly but surely to make sure everything is acceptable. It is not just easy. We can look at the building to build a software. Honestly, if it was that easy to just write a single code, throw it out there, but that's not how it works. You go through the process, you go through legality, you go through compliance, you go through security. What if we have data leak? Marty Digamo information all is out there. You know, Marty Digamo can sue the company. You know, somebody asked me this question: why do we have to sign? You know, and the end, not even the NDA, you know, you sign the, we call it not, it's disclosure, not we have the NDA, non-disclosure, but the, you know, the agreement, this thing for the usage agreement, let me call it that way, to use a product. You know, each product you have to agree. That document you sign. Somebody asked why ONPASSIVE. I said, check other product, other companies, they are doing it. Do you know the reason? What if there is no agreement of usage? Somebody use it for something else and they come and sue that company. They sue ONPASSIVE. The person can say, yes, there was nothing to tell me I shouldn't use it for this or that. I can use it for anything. Show me any document. There was no document to tell me what to do. So I use it for my own stuff. But now, because of the trouble a lot of company, you know, have gotten themselves into, they said, no, every product, let's put our terms of usage. This is how you must use this product, this, that. And ONPASSIVE is not different. So if you go against the terms of usage, what happened? It will come and haunt you, not the company, because you use it for something. The company cannot police the whole world. They are not there. But when you use it, that's the document in front of you. So all of this building software, I just brought this because we should know how difficult it is, not only to build it, but to make sure every little loophole is covered. You know, Ash Mufara always tell us this. It's better we play now and pay later, or we pay now and play later. Which one will you prefer? I will prefer we pay. We make sure we cover everything. We make sure we're doing everything right according to the rules and regulations. And then we can play the game. We know nobody will be hurt, nothing. And this is the reason why ONPASSIVE is doing what they are doing. And I'm so happy that everything is done thoroughly. So when we get there, all of us will be celebrating. And it takes patience and dedication, not only from the development team, but from the founding members and the affiliate coming. You know, just patience is enough for us to get there, knowing fully well that it is not easy to build. It is not just saying it, because it is easy to say, but when you are in that environment, then you know how difficult it is. You know that these guys, they are building something just from the word that I want light, let there be light. And they go and start to think about how do we create light? How do we click that button and your screen will just be flashing? It is not easy, because it's just from the mindset, bring it down, they go to the drawing board and they see how they can write a code that can trigger something to give a flashlight. It's not easy. And when that flashlight comes, what is the legality? What is the compliance? What if the flashlight is causing blindness? Have you ever think about that? There are people who said, no, this type of screen I don't want. I want a dark screen. I want a blue screen. you know, a lot of companies are falling into a lot of trouble. It's just that a lot of founders don't know what IT companies are facing every day. So it means you have to make sure you comply, you do something that will not harm the customers, because the customers, you know, customers are always right. You know, they always say the customers are right. We are the customer. Consumers are always right. They have Consumers Act. You know, so all of those things are things that I'm not saying this is what is happening, but I'm just thinking from outside. You know, I'm not working for ONPASSIVE, but I'm thinking from outside that patience is the virtue, because everything we're talking about, get it right first time. All of these are all together to make sure ONPASSIVE come out right the first time. I will prefer a delay than to come out and have a big failure. Because by the time it fails, Marty the Gamma will tell you, nobody will trust in marketing. When you lost the trust of the customer, you can put diamond in front of your product. They'll tell you, forget it. We don't trust you because you failed the first time. So I'll leave it there.
I just want to interject one thing about getting it right the first time. It's not just getting it right the first time when it comes to the software. Look at the other components. Take a step back. Look at the other components. We've got compliance. Has to be right the first time. If we go into a country and we don't have it right, guess what? We might not be operating in that country. So that's critical, number one. Number two is the contracts we sign. Very, very important that they're detailed and to the point. So if you think it took 24 minutes and 31 seconds to develop the new NDA, no, no, no. They took their time. They had a plan. They had an idea, and they had the right people involved to get that done. So it's all about having the right people in the right place with the same idea and the same task at hand. And that's how we do it, as Ash says. That's how we do it. And as we talked about, I think last night, anything worth doing right, that was one of the things we talked about, is worth doing right. Anything getting accomplished fast, to the point, with, yes, we're going to have stumbling blocks developing, but we're still going to get it right. So, what say you about that, Marty? He's muted.
No, he's talking to someone right now. Go to someone else.
Okay, let's go over to you, Vincent, on that one. Do you agree that all the other components, whether it be compliance or contracts or, you name it, something that has to be perfect, as Ash says? We don't do it unless it's
Yeah, Marty's on.
All right.
Marty is on.
I accidentally muted my mic. So it goes to show you how much I know about technology. What did you ask again, Rob?
I forgot. No, I didn't forget. There are other areas where within ONPASSIVE, not just the software, where we got to get it right. But even before we present it to the founding members. Example.
Everything. Because we're global, we're every country, everything's a fine tooth, right? You can't, not one country's the same in anything. They all have their own little, bits and pieces that you got to do. So hold on a minute. All right. Anyway, I said as nice as I could. I've asked to be quiet twice.
It's ONPASSIVE. We're a family.
Yeah. Well,
we have kids. We have grandkids. We got it.
Yeah. Well, they're arguing each other and they're only 2 foot away from each other. Anyway, yeah, I think it's really important. I can't imagine. I don't even want to pretend to imagine the thread that he's happened to weave for everything. Everything. We're global. Here's the other thing. You bring on something, the first thing we're going to bring to market, maybe not the first, but the first two, one of them is OConnect. Okay, there's 4 or 5 other platforms that have a conference platform. They're already there. Who are we to enter this space that's been going on 7, 8, 9, 10 years? You better be good. You better be good. I mean, let's use your common sense. People are pretty structured in what they do. To get them to move, you better have something to offer that'll make people move. Because remember, people don't like change sometimes. It kind of makes them a little nervous. But if the value is unbelievable, the product is unbelievable quality, and the technology is through the roof, and on top of everything, it's actually fun. It's fun to use OConnect, and you can do anything in there, and the cost is a fraction of everybody else in the industry. You better be good. There is no choice. We got to be good. It's not like we all entered at the same time in 2010 or 2011. They're established. They're multi-billion-dollar companies. But I see what we have. And once again, don't judge a book by its cover, but very soon the book's going to be opened. And I think what they're going to see in there is going to blow this world apart. Because I've seen enough of the other that I think it's fair for me to judge and say, boom. And because it's not even close, it's not like we're 10% better in different items. We're light years above everybody in every aspect. If you did a column on each aspect, we're off the chart in comparison. Now, I know people watching this that aren't in ONPASSIVE, they go, this fat idiot doesn't know what he's talking about. He's only doing it because he loves ONPASSIVE. Part of their statement is right. Yes, I'm a fat guy. Yes, I'm from New Jersey. And yes, I'm a maniac. But the fact is, you come and look for yourself. You don't know me. You don't know anybody here. Come look for yourself. It costs you nothing. 14-day free trial. You come in and you see what we see. And then you say, nope, I'll keep the one I have. More power to you. That's what ONPASSIVE wants you to do. That's how confident they are. They're so confident. No, come on. What right do you have to come on our block of conference platforms 10 years into the game? Who do you think you are? I'll tell you who we are. We have more value, more technology, built with heart, and you're going to freaking love it. If that's what you're looking for, then you judge. Don't go by me. That's what I'm saying. So being good in the beginning, we have no choice. It's not a thought. We could just be okay. No, it's not in the picture. And some of the things I'm seeing of the upgraded version, it's over. Absolutely over. Anyway, that's all I got.
All right. Collins, you want to chime in on that one?
I really like what Marty said. You know, you're looking at what we have now, even the OConnect we have now, put it in the market without the new one coming. ONPASSIVE will do very well with that because it is still above market value. The one we have now, the OConnect, the free trial, put it in the market, is still better than all the other video conferencing platform we have. You know, and then just think about what is coming. You know, and this is the reason we said Mr. Ash Mufara and the tech team, they know they must get it right the first time, because you are coming into a challenging world where technology is fast growing, you know, and if you are not on top of your game, you will surely collapse. Like the way Mo Khan said, you know, compliance and other little things that you must achieve. If not, you fold your back and go. You know, and this is what we are saying, that during the building process, the system must grow to maturity and they must get it right the first time. You know, so whatever is happening is because they are preparing, making sure they're tying all the knot. You know, no loophole. There's no room for an error. Making sure everything must be right, ensuring that everything must be right. You know, the first time before we go to the market, because your first impression counts. The first impression counts. There are companies now, they can do something. I know it will never happen in ONPASSIVE because they got it right the first time. Now, whatever they build and trade out there, people still love it because they've already created that impression. And sometimes they make mistakes, they go back, they throw it again, they, oh yeah, we're sorry. They bring something modification. And, you know, because of that impression, that loyalty they've created within the organization and the customers, whatever they do now, people still love them. This is the impression I believe 100% we will have it and have it more abundantly because we will get everything right the first time, and ONPASSIVE will continue to provide value upon value. ONPASSIVE will not come and say, yes, because we get it right the first time, people love us. They will go to sleep and say, no, that the arrogance will never be there. They will always make sure they provide value. You know, our CEO is a humble man, and he has been humble from the beginning, and he will still be humble to the end. He will always make sure the customer get what they want. There will always be good value for the money they are spending. Good value for the money, where they will look and say, my goodness, this is really better than I thought. You know, that's what ONPASSIVE is coming with. So there is every reason to make sure things are right the first time. That's why I wanted to add when Marty spoke.
But let me add something to Collins real quick, if it's okay.
Yeah.
Let me tell you the beauty of this. And this is because this is the way the company is set up. Some companies will do even a good start and a good debut, and the book is open, and people like what they see. They hook the people and they say, we got them. That's not ONPASSIVE. ONPASSIVE is going to impress you forever. They're always going to get better. And people will be waiting, oh, I can't wait for the next product. No joke. Isn't that a beautiful feeling?
Yeah.
Because I know there's a lot of companies that get you in the door, we got them, son of a gun, and then they fall down the hill. They did it. They reached their goal in their head, but missed to move forward. And I'm not saying this because I think that's how he's thinking. I know it because we've heard them. We are never going to be good enough, even if we're better than everyone else. And I found out the biggest competitor in the world against ONPASSIVE is ONPASSIVE. And if you chase your excellence, how can anybody compete with that? You can't. Hashtag DM. Anyway, that's all I have.
We can't hear you. I think we are both muted.
Oh, good. Let's go to you, Vincent. Go to you.
That's how we do it here at RobLynn Live.
You blew up your mic.
Go ahead, Vincent.
Okay, thank you. Oh yeah, I think what Marty said is right, because ONPASSIVE we've seen the best of the best, and then all our products, like what Sukoni said, is above the market value, because when we see, look at take it like example of OMEL. OMEL is when you see OMEL is a free product. We're not talking a professional side, but it's free product. And then the futures, and then what we have in OMEL, even those products who are selling out there, they cannot compete with us. So ONPASSIVE, our product, ONPASSIVE, no one can compare with ONPASSIVE, because even those products alone. We can take one single product, what we have, the features, the outside there, they can compete to us, and then they don't have what we have. So it's a great product. Even the integration is also so good. And then also not only the integration, there are so many things we can tell. Even the performance is both best performance so far, so good, because when you click just like that, and then we have the information done. Anything you want to do, it goes smoothly, nicely, and easy. So this is also a good part. And then is a secure. Again, at top of that, the product is the security of the product is very, very, very good and great. It's a high level security system as well. So, and passive, I can even say that right now is zero error issues there, because everything must be done as the way. So we have a product standalone. Our product is the best quality so far, so good. So there's nothing to worry about on passive. So I will say on passive will be there. And then when we go out for the first time, there's nothing to worry about, because already the job is done already. And then what I can see there from our great product, they are great features, the great product. But because we are here, many of us, they don't see the job who have been done so far, but it's a big job, it's a great job. So we'll see that, and then I know people will appreciate maybe later, but right now they can see what is there. But when the product outside, and then they comment from people all over the world, they'll say, wow, we were sitting in a big company, in a big staff, big product, very high, above the market value. But now with comment of people outside, friends and family, we know that we are in a great company, and then we are great products. So this is what will come later. But people are in, many of them, they don't get it right now. But I believe very soon people will get it where we are, and then they will get the value of the company they are in now, because right now they can't see it, but with no long time, they will get it right.
All right. Good input right there. Yeah, Marty, if you can hear me, I sent Ash. I sent Ash the I sent Ash the link. So he saw it. So we'll see what happens. You got any more to add right this moment, Marty? Is that appears to be a shake?
No. Yeah, no, I don't have anything. In fact, I've got to go. I've got something going on. I got a busy night. So I wanted to come on though, because I promised I would. I like being with all of you. And I'll talk to you all again, okay? I'll see you.
Hey, can we do one picture quickly? Just one.
Go ahead.
All right.
Smile, everybody. Oh, okay, we do it again.
Wait a minute. I want to see that
Do it
smile
again.
again.
One more time. Smile. That's a better one.
See you, Marty.
Thank you, Marty.
Thank you for coming.
Thanks, Marty. Yeah. So, and maybe as Marty is not here, let me take just go about just to say one more thing. You know, yes, we know the company must get it right, but are we all patient with our company on passive to be patient? Because we can explain a lot of things, how things are happening, you know, from the outside, you know, based on our understanding and the knowledge we have in the industry, to say, yeah, this is what we think is happening, you know, and we are so excited because, to be honest, when I see Marty, see Red, see Lynn, all of these guys, those who've been here 5 years ago, and they are still fired up, still so excited, there is no reason why we shouldn't be excited. Because when you look at them, you know, this is really something. It's massive. If not, why should they be excited? You know, and we're looking at a company that have built how many products we're talking of. We're talking about O-Mail, O-Net, O-Trim. These are 3 free products. Talking about O-Connect and O-Track are paid product. The whole OES as a product. You know, O-Founders. We know we left from Go Founders to O Founders. These are all products that, and that was still the process because we're just moving from one stage to the other, from Go founders to O founders and to OES. Go founders can be sellable. You can use it as an application which you can say, yes, I want to build my customer base. That I can call it customer base application, where you say, all right, let me open it for people to come and participate in something. That application is really, really good application. But what happened is I said, no, it's not for money. Bin it. It's there. It costs a lot of money to build that. Now we move now to O founder. Why O founder? O founder can hold both all the founding member and the minimum value product. We started seeing some of the product when we're in O founders. That's still massive. O founders, now we move to where? To OES. OES now full-blown product. That's the live environment where we have our wallet, we have everything coming into play, and it's so massive. So those who've been following the journey, you can tell 100% that to build all of this within 5 years is just nothing. 5 years to build this is just nothing. 5 years is just like 1 day to build it, because some company build one product for 5 years, full-blown product takes them 5 years, and they still continuous delivery. So we should remember that though we are waiting for this product, O Connect, that is just the beginning of the journey. O Connect coming out, the market, the one Mr. Ash Mufara said we'll be going to the market with, is just the start. I can say we are just scratching the surface. What will happen in 1 year time, or 2 years time, 3 years time, by God's grace, we are alive to see where O Connect will be, all the other new features that they will add, latest technology, how artificial intelligence will manipulate the whole thing, building, growing from maturity in not only O Connect, but all the other products integrated. I'm just praying to see this, and sometimes I take a picture. This is what I've been doing. Take a screenshot of the product, leave it. When they move to one side, so I can compare. My God, this is the product, and this is where we are now, because we will not have time again to look the comparison. To say we have O-mail now. This is the latest O-mail. This is the next. So I'm just getting a little snippet of it, so I can show it and keep it in my own archive. I said, you see, when they started, this was O-mail. This is the O-mail now you are using. This was O Connect. This is the O Connect now you are using. Getting those stages, which is a beautiful thing to keep it as a record, because it is not easy. So the time is coming where some of us will, Mr. Ash have said this in, and I believe 100%, and it is true, that ONPASSIVE will not stop where we are. It is continuous delivery, continuous integration, continuous, upscaling the products, new features coming in, day out, until you will not even realize that, my God, this is what we have in our own hands. Give it 1 year, 2 years. We'll talk about this again. We'll come back and say, how do you see O Connect? We'll all forget the O Connect or the O Mail or the O Net. We said, because look at when iPhone came out, the first iPhone. How many of us remember the first iPhone? How many of us can remember the Nokia, the first Nokia? It was just massive with the antenna you can pull. It was an analog phone, like not touch screen. How many of us can remember all of this? We cannot remember anymore, because every day technology change. So too with ONPASSIVE. Things will change and change. Some people think it will stop there. No. The day you stop, you become outdated, obsolete, off the market, because there are people who will come and beat you hands down. So ONPASSIVE will never. That's why we have innovation lab. We have brainstorming guys working every day, bringing new ideas, how they can move things, and they already have it there ready to be released. New features that we would not know. There are features that I believe now Mr. Alpha already know features that they'll release it in 2025. Maybe it's already there. They're even working on it. We don't even know. But they cannot put it out now, just to keep the market going, giving people the wow factor that, my God, So we have that great expectation to see more things coming, you know, and that's what is making me excited, and that's what I want to see, the growth and the massive explosion of ONPASSIVE.
Stay tuned. We're moments away from that happening, Mr. Manna. Right place, right time with the right stuff. Oh, Vincent, you're here. Pile on that Collins guy.
Yeah. Thank you, Collins. You are right. Everything you say, you are right, because with the technology and innovation, ONPASSIVE, we're not going to stay just like that, because even right now we are above different technology, a lot of company and a lot of product over there. So we'll keep going on and we'll keep doing the good job, because the innovation lab, like Colin said, will carry on, because we'll use our code and the one we have, and then we'll use that to continuously build the latest technology and then move on. So from maybe product OConnect 1, tomorrow we can have OConnect version 2, OConnect version 3, and then we'll keep performing the system, because when the product is in outside there and then people are using, I know people will bring the comment and the issues that they can have within our product. And the more people use it, more they bring the comment and the issues. Then we'll fix also if some like customer want this added to that. ONPASSIVE will work on that, and then they can add it. So they can add. And like Ollie said, there are so many things we don't know. Like maybe our CEO said, we know maybe 5% of ONPASSIVE right now. Maybe we know 5%, because war is coming, and then war we don't know is more than what we see now. So people should not complain, because war is coming is more than what we're seeing right now. So, and also the technologies keep moving up. So we have to also follow up with the technology, the way the technology is going on. That's why we should also move on. Because when we start working in those years, we were talking on premise. So all the servers, everything used to be on side of the company. And then later we saw VMware come in, and then we start working on the VMware, and then data center. So that's where all these things. And then right now we are talking about cloud. So it's the same thing. So technology keep moving. So now we are talking about artificial intelligence. Even the UK government right these days, they are still talking about that. But ONPASSIVE, all our product, they are embedded with artificial intelligence system. So what people, this British government is talking about artificial intelligence, but we ONPASSIVE, we have built most of the product is embedded with artificial intelligence. But a lot of people, they don't know that. But we have artificial intelligence. That's the latest technology the world are talking about. But we have that in ONPASSIVE. They think it's done, it's built already. And then we'll keep going on, keep building, keep doing the good job. So, like Colin said, in the few years coming, people will sit down, they say, wow, we were sitting on the gold. God was under us, but we didn't know. So this is ONPASSIVE is a gold, because it's even massive than gold, because what we see there, the technology there, the information we have, our product is massive. So we have great product. We have the great product, great technology also behind, because those technologies, they are the latest technology that ONPASSIVE is working on. And then, so very soon, I think ONPASSIVE will be the wanted company in the world. And then most people would like even to work for ONPASSIVE, because the technology we use will be the latest technology, so that even most of the tech guys would like to work for ONPASSIVE. And then people also would like to be part of this company. So time will come, and then time will tell us.
Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. I think we're going to wrap it up. We've once again gone into the plus hour at RobLynn Live, thanks to Collins, Vincent, and Pop Marty DeGarmo, the T-10 hashtag guy. And so if we could, we'd like to do the super stickers. We always like to, but we do have a comment we need to bring on right now. This is from a doctor in India, Dr. L.D. Hagat, who says, good morning and hello all on Passive Family. Our first impression will be the best impression and nothing less than best. Whatsoever the time it takes, Ash will never compromise on it. Done deal.
Beautifully stated.
Wow, well stated, Doctor.
Thank you very much for that. Beautiful.
We appreciate you coming on. We know it's early there, early morning, so thank you for being here.
All right, let's go over the super stickers. We want to thank Francis Tate for his super sticker.
Sifu Master Francis, thank you for that super sticker.
And I believe we have another one from Theodore Williams.
Theodore Williams, a regular guest here on RobLynn Live. Thank you, Mr. Williams. We appreciate you very much.
Thank you so much.
That's it for tonight. And maybe we'll have a parting remark from Vincent first, and then over to Collins, if you guys can hang out another couple of minutes.
Oh yeah. Thank you, RobLynn, for this great, I would say, great event, because it's one of the great event for ONPASSIVE, because I've seen you guys every day doing the same thing and doing so. It's a great event. So thank you so far for this job we are doing. I think is a very big commitment. So I will also personally congratulate you for this great job you are doing for this great company. ONPASSIVE is a great company. So this is a good job that you are doing so far. Thank you very much. Thank you also, my brother Collins, to be here today. And then also I would like to thank also all the participants, the audience watching what we are saying about. We thank you all. And then ONPASSIVE, so I will also advise we should be patient, because the good job Mr. Ash and his team are doing the great job, good job. And then they are working on the latest technology. So you people need to understand. So it's a great company, and then also great technology so far. And we're looking also for the best product outside there. So right now our product are above the market value. So we are working on that, and then and the thing will be done very soon. People will be surprised, because we only know maybe 5 or 2% of ONPASSIVE right now, because what is coming is bigger than what we have seen now. So only thing we need is people to be patient. Thing will be done, and then we will enjoy it. We'll be happy. Happy days are not far from here to there. So very soon we'll be more excited than right now, because what we have seen, we haven't seen anything yet. Thank you so far, and have a wonderful weekend for everyone.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Vincent Ete from UK. And now over to you, Collins. Give it a wrap.
Yes, so I just want to thank you, Lynn and Rob, for inviting us. Thank my brother Vincent for being here, and our brother Marty Digamo. He left early because of other commitment, which is great. Thank all those who've watching us, and we hope we did our best to explain, get it right first time. Always said we have just one bullet in our gun. We either shoot it and miss, or we shoot it, and get it right. We either shoot it, miss, and you know what disaster it will cause to shoot it and miss. We don't want to shoot it and miss. I don't think it will ever happen. And that is why they're taking everything, following the process, following everything to make sure we get it right the first time. Failure is not an option. Failure, especially when it comes to IT, is not an option. There is no room for errors. We must get it right. And my brother Vincent said, all the time we'll sit and wait, we'll all forget about it when it is out. I'm just waiting for that day to see smile on people's face, how they will celebrate, hugging and kissing each other and say, yes, we did it. We'll be jumping and said, we did it. Our wait pays off, and I want to see the tech guys as well in India jumping and celebrating, because what they have done is not about, I said this last time, there is a greater joy when you deliver something that will change mankind. That is the legacy they will pass on to their children. and their children's children, because their children's children will get up and say, my great-granddad was the one who built this solution. He was part of the team. What you are using today, my granddad or my great-granddad hand was there. And that is the joy. And these are things that money cannot buy, you know. And let's say one of the things I want to say about founders, because I put myself now as a founding member, you know, the joy and the family we've built within ONPASSIVE, money cannot buy it. You see, Lynn and Rob here, I wouldn't have ever met them if it wasn't for ONPASSIVE, you know. And it's a joy to meet people like this. And I always tell people the amount of friends, the good people I've met in ONPASSIVE is more than what I've met in my entire life from the day I was born. And for that, I'll be forever be grateful, you know, because sometimes it's worth it. It's not all about money. Sometimes you build a family where money cannot buy. And I believe each and every one brand ambassador have met someone here. You said, my goodness, ONPASSIVE just bring the whole universe together. You know, though the world may seem too large, but look, I'm talking to Lynn every day as if Lynn is close to it. Lynn is my neighbor. You know, and this is the joy, you know, about ONPASSIVE. Create that friends, create that bond, that relationship where money cannot even buy. And that's what Mr. Ash Mufara have created. A unicorn company with heart, bringing people together, like-minded people, where they can come and share their own experience. So, Lynn, I just want to thank you for your platform, and it's really worth it spending time with you.
You know, I think today's presentation, it educates us about software and the complexity of the development of software. We lay people just think it's like creating something physical. You create it and you sell it. But that's not the case when you're talking about software. And even so, ONPASSIVE has accomplished so much in such a short amount of time. Think about the numerous software products we are developing simultaneously. I mean, that is unheard of to begin with. And the fact that these products are top notch and they are built from scratch with AI driven, AI embedded. This is a very unique thing, you know. So, and the integration, we talked about the integration and the single sign on, single sign out. There's so many things that make this company so special, you know. And so I'm really, really proud to be in this company. I think that if all of us will take the time to understand the amount of work that has been accomplished already and is being done right now as we speak, considering the amount of software we have already been creating and more to come. It's not never going to end, as Colin said. We're going to see product after product after product. So it makes us realize that things are happening fast. You know, in the software world, this is a breakneck speed. So if we all take the time to understand and accept this, we're going to be grateful, we're going to be patient, we're going to be loyal, and we're going to be so confident that things are happening at the pace that it should be happening. You know, that's my opinion anyway. What would you say to that?
Oh, you're talking to me again. Yeah. What do I say to that? I'd say ONPASSIVE forever, as the hats say. ONPASSIVE is totally the right thing, the right group of people around the globe. You're talking over 200 countries where language is no barrier and soon to be less than no barrier with the advent of NO Connect, speech to speech, live speech to speech. So you won't have to wait for an interpreter to come on and give you a rundown of what was just said. It will be happening as you speak it. Nowhere but ONPASSIVE. Ash has said for years now, he hasn't changed his mindset at all. Do it or die. I'm in it to win it, and that includes Ash Mufara. And we are the solution to the pollution. You watch the world is going to change in a positive vein. You're not going to have all the fighting, all the wars, all the disagreements within countries across state lines, country lines, you name it. People are going to come together because of what ONPASSIVE stands for. And that's about it from me. Is that okay with you?
That's good. Thank you for that, for adding it.
All righty. We did the super stickers. We want to say hello and goodbye to a few people. And then if you would, panel, before you go night-night, we'd like, the executive producer would like a couple of pictures, as you know. So let's say goodnight to Kartik, or good morning, and Diona is here, and Bavine. All right.
We've all gone past the urgent need for money. ONPASSIVE has changed our mindset to more serving others, like what Mr. Ash has constantly modeled. Yin Yang, thank you for the beautiful emoji comments. We've enjoyed them all. Hi, Aseta. And John Barilla says, okay, it's time to say goodnight, Gracie, and goodnight, George, and goodnight, Mrs. Calabash, wherever you are.
All right. All right.
And Dr. Bhagat says, thanks, RobLynn, and all speakers to make our morning a well beginning of the day with the words of wisdom and love. Love you all. Thank you, Dr. Bhagat.
Thank you, sir. All righty. There's Sukdir, Rupali, Sybil, Chandan,
Sukdir,
right?
Rupali,
Hello.
Singh Gupta. Good morning to you.
All right. Well, all right, everybody. Thank you for being here. It's time to say and hello to Dr. Benny. Hello to you. Thank you for being here and saying hello to everybody. You're the finest greeter that ONPASSIVE has. So, good night, Gracie.
Good night, George.
Good night, Mrs. Calabash, wherever you are.
Righty. Thanks, Colin.
What a
Thanks,
nut.
Vincent.
Where'd you get this guy from?
I don't know.
All right. So good night, everybody. We'll see you real soon. Thanks for watching and listening and whatever you did. Tuning in. We were at 293 at one point, or we hit 300.
I didn't notice.
Anyway, 293 watching at one time, and 300 and I think 44 likes. NTS with a hashtag in front. Not
Thank you very
too
much.
shabby.
Thank you very much for the likes and for your loyalty to our show. We appreciate all of you here today.
All right. Bye, everybody.
And if you'd like to go to Manu's webinar, the link will be I'm sure, in the back office under the webinars tab. So you can
Started at 09:30, 9:30 p.m., 21:30 hours. So that here it's p.m. and many parts of the world it's a.m. So that's Manu, named by the one and only Ash Mafara, and it's a good place to go to chat. Be seen. It's a good place to be seen. And remember this. The link that's in the back office is an attendee link, so that Manu doesn't get overwhelmed, and we're with that. Just being on live can be overwhelming, can it?
Mm-hmm.
So there you have it, and we'll see everybody real soon. So good night good morning and good afternoon from St. Petersburg.
Thank you, Henry. We appreciate you.
I'll give you a ring probably in about 10, 15 minutes,
so
Henry.
Going AI wants to clarify that it's 367 likes.
Oh, boy, we knocked it out of the park, as Henry says. Yeah.
Good.
Not too shabby.
Not too shabby at all. So good night, everybody.
All right. We out of here. See you later, everybody.